So
the HIV clinic says, please call as soon as possible about your test results.
Oh my God, they did.
$20 cups.
Yeah. No, that's a steal of a deal at that point. They're quality at that point.
All right, so I don't mean to put it out there, but I have a pretty complex reformed palate.
We're going to be jumping into conspiracy theories. So those on TikTok, those on YouTube.
And I haven't
Stay
heard any
tuned.
of these. I haven't heard any of them.
What is up,
Yo,
everybody? We are back with another podcast today. We are also live on TikTok, and for some reason it just paused, but not worried about that. I'm worried about you guys.
Yes.
So
we got some big change-ups right now. You guys can see this right now, right?
yeah, they can see all this.
This is
The HIV clinic says, please call as soon as possible about your test results.
Oh my God, they did. They did.
Wow.
Anyways,
Mercy.
anybody that has watched our previous podcast, you guys have seen our special guest, Logan Wild. He is our special guest today. We are trying a new setup on the old OG setup, and I think it's working pretty well, boys.
so far so good.
Yeah,
So far,
absolutely,
so
guys.
good.
Thanks for letting me on
Oh,
tonight.
that was an echo there.
Yeah.
So we
Thank
got
you,
the
I appreciate
1970s mic out here.
What
I
up,
mean,
Zach?
we're
What
gonna-
up, Zach?
We're going to see what goes on here. You want to hit sponsors real quick right off the bat?
Well, we're gonna tell them we're gonna be doing the drink of the pod. We're gonna hop right into it, so we have
Oh.
something to drink during the pod. Our drink of the pod today is from our viewer on TikTok Live, Denise. And I'm saying Denise. Her real name is Denise, but Denise.
Be nice.
That's all Dave mentioned her as.
I'm sorry.
The last podcast. So
Keen and
today
Peele.
is her drink of the pod, which she recommended Crown Peach and tea. She didn't say sweet tea or regular tea.
Going with first?
We will go
Unsweet.
unsweet the very
Yeah.
first time.
I love my unsweet tea. I know not everybody's about it, but unsweet tea in the middle of summertime. It
That is,
slaps. It slaps.
That is a pretty solid.
Yeah.
This
I mean,
is
I do
so
like
neat.
I do like sweet tea though. I do like sweet
I
tea.
mean, I
but
don't mind it, but
while he's making this,
correct. You want to touch it?
we're gonna be dropping
There
our
you
sponsors real quick while he's making our
go.
barista. Shout out to our sponsor DUBBY. Use code DOH for 10% off. If you guys haven't been to DUBBY's website, I highly suggest it. Go check out their energy drinks. Go check out their hydration kits. Help you get over that hangover.
They work.
They do work.
They're real.
And their energy drinks, you can drink as many as you want. You're always going to have energy, and you're always going to be wanting to do something, and you're not going to have the jitters like you do with any other energy drink. Also, a big shout out to Crafty Creations. If you guys see the cups up front,
I'll cover this one. I just
for it,
talked to her
buddy.
today. Not to step on his toes, but Crafty Creations. If you see these cups out here, if you mention our podcast, if you get a hold of them on Facebook, either through Crafty Creations or Kirsten Pangrazio on Facebook, and you mention our podcast on the 20-ounce cup, she's giving 25% off on the 20-ounce cups, which makes it a $15 cup. So I'm pretty sure that's a 20-ouncer.
Hey,
It's a tall, skinny 20-ouncer, I think. And they can do pretty much any design you want. So,
on TikTok, hold on, Testina, hold on. I'll get you to it.
so mention our podcast. If you get a hold of them on Facebook, that's Crafty Creations or Kirsten Pangrazio, and 25% off 20-ounce or $20 cups.
Yeah. No, that's a steal of a deal at that point. They're quality at that point.
so what just happened there was
YouTube.
a TikTok Live on YouTube. They're probably wondering what the hell is
I
going
got
on.
you, Testina.
Testina on TikTok Live commented for the roses. Whoever reads this first, tickle your homie right now. And Logan read it first. No, okay. So Joey's just tickling people now.
Joey didn't know what was going on.
So between YouTube and TikTok, everybody knows what TikTok is. We go live. We're just trying to get out there.
Yep.
And now we try to focus on you guys at this particular time because we're going to deal with TikTok later on, and we'll stay live for that because YouTube, we don't want to be demonetized.
TikTok is our after hours kind of
Correct.
thing, but
Yep.
they also get early access to the.
They do.
I've just
the
been
live
waiting
feed.
for a chance to tickle Dave's belly. So
I mean, you've never done that before.
Also
Weird.
shout
Yeah.
out. Also shout out to not Super ANU TV Pro.
There you go.
Thank you for sponsoring our Razor Pro XP.
Yep.
And then we're going to shout out Kimimoto for sponsoring the old Honda Pioneer 1006. If we didn't have those sponsors, we wouldn't have as many accessories as what we do on our rigs.
They've helped us out with content and everything like that. Yeah,
a lot of install videos.
They have sent quality items over. If you guys do want to go over and check their website out and everything, you and ATV Pro, I mean, Pro XPs, I love what they have for accessories. Kimimoto does have it too, so they're not just on Hondas by any means. But on his Honda, they sent him over an enclosure. And that does make a world of a difference at that point. We do have an install video on that for anybody watching. If you go to Dogs on Hogs and more on YouTube, you'll see the install videos and everything like that.
Thank you, sir.
I think by the time this comes out, we also have some upcoming install video on a Vivo diesel heater going in the Honda Pioneer. I received that.
Did
So
you really?
We will be putting a Vivo diesel heater, which I haven't seen, put into a side-by-side.
The question is, do you have insurance on that?
Absolutely full coverage.
Good, because there's going to be
Full
a fire.
coverage.
Full coverage. And Progressive, if you're watching this right now, we are not putting a diesel heater into the Honda
not at
Pioneer in the near future.
Nope.
So if it burns down, I have no clue what
It was
happened.
electrical.
I didn't do any
it's-
electrical to that thing either.
That's a factory recall.
So
Are we
boys,
supposed to sip this, or is it
first sniff?
First, we got to smell it.
Have you watched any of our YouTube?
first time? First time.
No, you were in Michigan.
I'm new to this.
You smell. Sniff test.
Ooh.
This
all
is
right.
so. This is the sweet or unsweet?
The unsweet.
Unsweet.
Okay,
So
unsweet tea.
Oh,
let's
now
get
we
something.
now we cheers.
Let's get something straight here.
That's a
Peach
nice
Crown
nose.
smells amazing just by itself.
It does.
Yeah,
It's
100%.
deadly.
That's really what it smells like right now. Is just peach crown.
It does. Yeah, I can't even smell the tea.
it
Anyways,
smells great.
Jody said,
Pass,
cheers.
well, I'm gonna pass the cheers on, boys.
We can do this because we're all on one couch.
This is weird.
Thank you, sir.
All righty. Oh, Eli's already in it.
Give her a taste.
Sorry, I spilled.
I did too.
This damn ice. I don't like
What?
the ice.
I'm going for another. I was just.
Little ASMR.
Sorry,
That's
I
not
can't
ASMR.
get a good sip with this ice in here. You know.
Oh wow.
Um.
All right. Eli, you going first?
Wait, one more sip. Because remember the last time you took a sip and you judged
No,
it? And
he
you-
got
No,
right about down
no.
in here.
Yeah, I drank
right?
the whole
Yeah.
drink when I'm like,
Anybody,
yeah, this ain't good.
anybody that has tried a drink that has been a little bit strong at the bottom end, you're like right off the bat, it's great, love it. But then all of a sudden you get down to the bottom, and you're
Hey,
like,
all four of these were nub stirred, just so you know.
That's why it's a little salty.
I really appreciate that. Oh, that's where the
Okay.
vinegar came in.
Noted.
Well, that's why I cut it off, so I could stir things without the crud under the nail.
Yeah, we don't want no crud under the nail.
Thank you, Nevada Wills. Thank you. We will have fun.
Oh, she's wrestling right now. But anyway,
Good deal. So let's go for another one real quick.
love you, baby girl.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right, Eli.
So this is a very good summer drink when it's hot out. I
feel like we have a lot of summer drinks.
I feel like
Summer
I feel
drink.
like
There's not a lot of
Makes me
winter.
feel
Like you know what?
fine.
When it's cold, I
He does
just
make a
wanna-
point. There.
no, we did have that peppermint one.
Peppermint.
That's peppermint
with
though.
Dr. Pepper, which
You
is
know what?
definitely a Christmas.
Oh yeah,
season.
yeah.
Somebody that's on YouTube and or TikTok, comment something that has hot chocolate in it.
Comment any drink for us to try.
Yes, but wintertime.
that in mind.
We got snow
Yes,
outside.
get down there. Comment below.
Comment below.
Subscribe.
Subscribe. Comment below. A drink for us to try, and we will try it on this podcast after.
These guys are awesome. Subscribe to their stuff.
Hell yeah,
Oh, you
Logan.
brown
Hell yeah,
noser.
Logan.
Oh yeah,
Well, I'm
yeah.
new to this. I'm the guest.
He's a hype guy.
Yeah,
He
come
is
on.
too.
Get it, boy.
It's like he's never been.
They've
on
got merch. Look
I
in
was
the
wondering
look
who the hell he
below.
was talking about, and I'm like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
us.
it's
Never
us
mind.
on the couch.
I'm catching up. I'm catching up.
You guys ever seen Three Dudes, One Couch? Anyways,
Don't
so
forget
this-
the recliner.
That comes after the podcast. Stay tuned on TikTok.
Patreon.
Yeah, TikTok Live. this is
TikTok,
for
and then we
you.
move right into OnlyFans.
Only
So-
couch. Only couch.
On the couch. Anyway,
So I'm gonna rate this one. I feel like if Jody, I can't believe I'm gonna say this. If you would have mixed it a little bit stronger. Now,
Hold on now. Hold on.
This is a shot.
Let him finish. Let him finish.
no, put a little bit more in there. This is a shock to anybody that knows Jody Wells.
Well, anybody that's watched our YouTube,
I get more of a.
I'm going home.
I get more
No,
of a
stay.
Move over here. No,
No,
Dave.
stay.
I get more of a dull tea taste. You know, maybe if it was the sweet tea. Hold on.
Hey,
We need to save the rest of that for the sweet tea.
I was just going to say, let's just keep drinking this at
Yeah.
this particular time.
Yeah.
All right, so what are you ranking this?
The unsweet tea and Crown Peach, I'm going to rank that a 6.7.
Yeah, that's a solid right there. All right. I assume we're just going to go down the line here
Yep.
at this point. I think D-Nice, we appreciate it and everything. With the unsweet tea, yeah, it's a 6 for me. I mean, I do like it. It's going down. It's going down real nice and everything. I don't know what his
Jody's
deal is.
mad I said that.
he is butthurt right now. I think it's a solid 6 for me.
Last time I ever make drinks again.
No.
Oh, you
The
guys
next
love,
ones are going to be.
you guys
ready to
love
go.
talking over people.
Oh, my God. You ain't going to yell at me, Dave. Jesus.
I'm going to. Anyways, that's a solid 6 for me at this point. And I think with sweet tea, it would actually add a little zest to it. And I don't think it has to do with the mixture of the Crown at that point. I'm going to be a brown noser. I think there's enough Crown in it. I can taste the Crown all day. It's the sweet, unsweet tea that's not hitting it for me. So let's see what the sweet tea does after we smash this. Jody.
You go.
Oh, all right.
All right, so I don't mean to put it out there, but I have a pretty complex reformed palate with my background. So don't get me wrong, like I like Gatorade, I like Propels.
Where are you
But-
going with this?
Well, let me get there and I'll tell you. You love talking over people, don't you?
Oh! He said she had no nipple.
No, so but as much as I don't want to say it, I'm with Eli on this one. It's too much water and not enough liquor. I think it needs to be warmer. I want to feel the Kentucky hug.
You boys are going to die the next time I make drinks.
I
Well,
said it
this
was
is
good.
my
I said
only
it was good.
episode, folks. Stay tuned.
Keep yours good.
Oh, man.
I
So-
mean, I try to make them heavy enough, but not too heavy, because the last time, well, I guess not the last time, because the last time was
Time before last.
Yeah, the time before last when I made the unicorn piss.
Yeah.
The last
Man,
before time.
I finished all
wasn't
3 of our
unicorn.
drinks
Correct.
because
Rudolph.
these boys didn't finish their drinks.
I wasn't on
I,
there. That wasn't me.
I'm not
Not
gonna
this
beat
guy.
around. Yeah, I'm not gonna beat around the bush. He
But
did
anyway.
finish mine.
But,
He didn't finish mine.
Yes, he did.
Uh,
I know he did.
But I'm just saying, what if it's one of them hidden, like you don't think it's that strong? Like my dad's wine shine. You're drinking it like, this isn't very strong. Next thing you know, your tits up on the floor like.
So-
Ooh, hey.
Calling dinosaurs.
Someone did comment a hot chocolate drink.
Hey, thank you.
Hot chocolate and Kahlua.
Oh, that'd probably
I
be
haven't
good.
had that.
Maybe
You know
like
what?
a
That sounds like a deal right there.
Put that on the list. So,
Put that- put
FU
that on the
self
list.
TikTok. We do have a list going on right now. I think there's like 1 or 2 drinks ahead of you, but we will be doing that hot chocolate and Kahlua because Dave wanted a hot chocolate drink. So boom.
I mean, it's winter time. We have not done somebody said it. We have not done a winter drink yet. We've only done summer.
we have, yeah.
Yeah, so I
This-
think that'll
this
be a
season.
we'll work through the drinks and everything, and you'll be on the list. Just pay keep a how do I want to say this? Keep tuned and everything, and then you'll see our drink.
Stay tuned.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's your line at that
My
point.
number
Sorry.
ranking is a good solid 8.
Out of 20?
Dang.
Oh wow.
10.
That's pretty.
I like it because I like mixing like Seagram's or whiskey with unsweetened tea. It's like a 0 sugar,
It's good for you.
and that's good. Gives you a little energy because of the caffeine, which isn't a bunch, but it's a little bit, and probably hydrates you a little bit, I suppose.
It's got to, I'd imagine, right? There's ice in there. That means there's water.
I give it an 8. I'd drink it.
Yeah. I know you're not. Yeah. That's
not a
pretty
bad-
high up there.
I think that's a solid.
I feel like I'd be. I mean, I like the peach flavor,
Oh, absolutely.
but I feel like I'd rather have just a whiskey with unsweetened tea.
What's
if I was
Crown?
going to
What
drink
is
them.
Crown though?
Well, it's whiskey, but it's peach.
yeah, it's
yeah, so
flavored.
it's
It's,
sweetened,
flavored
flavored.
whiskey.
I'm talking an unflavored. You know,
Oh,
just like,
okay,
like
okay.
straight Crown or
We got it.
Seagram's or something. Or a
We got
bourbon
it.
No, you have bourbon.
No, I have a Canadian whiskey.
Oh boy.
Stay tuned. Don't just scroll through the live and don't just stop watching the YouTube because there is more to come.
I like that. I like that. So Logan, obviously on this podcast, you've been a special guest. This is your second time. You do know now after the drink of the pod, we now do a top tier.
Yes, sir.
And the top tier this week is on Davo.
We're going with pizza joints at this point. And it's not just what's up.
When you say pizza joints, you mean like pizza restaurants or you mean pizza like joints? I'm just clarification.
Do you smoke your pizzas?
Cook them, grill them.
Anyways, no, it's actually a place
there.
where you buy pizza at, and it doesn't have to be only our only spot. Jody, you made a good point about that. I've only been a handful of, states at this point that I've actually ate pizza in. So I know these guys have been more places than myself. So, you know what? Go first. All right, you know how this goes because you win in Michigan. 3, 2, 1. Your 1 is the favorite. 3 is the.
Oh, okay. So I
You
forgot
start
how
at
this
3.
went.
Yep, you start at 3, tier 3, tier 2, and then tier 1.
So can I say a frozen pizza?
Yeah,
That,
yeah. Any
Okay,
pizza
so
is-
I'm gonna say strictly on like nostalgia purposes, I think a frozen pizza deserves to be on the list. I think it absolutely does.
I'm glad you do.
Because without a frozen pizza, I don't think we know pizza, right? So
you know, before
buckle in.
frozen pizzas came pizzas. Am I wrong?
The
Absolutely
egg
correct. Absolutely correct.
Did chicken come before the egg?
Couldn't tell you. Wasn't there.
Never seen that birth.
But no, so I think just for strict nostalgia purposes, I'm putting Jack's frozen pizzas at number 3.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a staple in a bar. That's a staple in a dorm room. That's a staple on a drunk, party hard night at 2:00 in the morning, on a pizzazz that you're just enjoying, no matter if it's burnt to crazy or it's the dough is still chewy. I mean, you're enjoying it. Number two, I'm gonna say a nice. I don't even know. I'm gonna say a nice Lou Malnati's pizza, deep dish, Chicago.
Illuminati?
Lou Malnati's. If you don't know it, you need to try it.
I'm not going to.
You can ship it to your house.
Then I will do it.
But Chicago spot, deep dish, sausage, mushroom, double spinach, onions, all the cheeses you got on the dishes. I mean, that's great. Number
Get
one.
after it.
I'm going to say number
too.
1. Now, don't judge, guys. Make sure you're staying in. Make sure you're watching. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say Lou Legrato's Pizza in LaSalle, Illinois. Lou Legrato's.
I've never been there.
Yeah, I said it.
Is that place that looks like a barn?
It's exactly that place. It looks like a bar.
Yo,
Why do you say it like
you
that?
talk dirty to me. That stuff
I'm
is.
telling you.
Clean up on aisle my pants.
Hey, make that into a ringtone.
Yeah.
But no. Hey, there it is.
Hey, I hit the right button.
Hey, you did too.
No,
Anyways,
but yeah, that's what I'm going to
so-
say. I mean, I think those are my solid 3 picks. My first round, second round, and third round drafts. What do you say, Jody?
Am I putting you on the spot?
Am I up?
Yeah.
No, that's fine.
right.
Yeah, y'all put me on the spot. I mean,
All
I've
right.
been thinking about it since he started talking, but
So you want me to go first at this point? Or
if you-
second,
if-
I should say.
if you're
Time
ready,
out.
if you're
Time
ready,
out.
go.
Time out.
I
I
just have,
thought that place was called Gordo's.
Nope. We're talking
It's
about
a-
2 different places. So hear me out. There is a place called Gordo's. Fantastic pie.
Sounds like Trump.
And then there's also a place called Lou Legrato's. Fantastic pie.
Okay. So we were not on the same page. So I take back that you talk dirty to me because you aren't.
what a dick.
I'm,
All
a,
right.
I'm a guest, so
This is how we treat
You
our guests.
ungrateful swine. No.
so hopefully you're on here next week.
You would want me to go
No,
second?
yeah,
or-
go ahead.
All right.
I'm
So-
still trying to class him.
He's still making the dough.
I like how you brought up that Jax is the OG at that point, which I do agree.
I agree.
But I believe for my tier 3 would be a Tombstone at that point. Instead of being thin crust at that point, I do love the thin crust by all means because once you get down to the crust, tastes good. But
I just want
Tombstone-
to. Have you ever tried the garlic bread crust Tombstone?
No, I haven't.
dude. It is.
All right, that's on my list now.
You got to try it. I don't want to change up your list, but you
No,
have to try.
well, I haven't tried it, so I
the
can't change my
garlic
list.
bread crust tombstone.
I will try that. That's a good idea.
I'm not changing
So
up.
tier 3 is still my tombstone at that point. It's an
Quality
OG. Go
frozen
to
pizza.
it. Yeah, I mean
Quality.
Jackson, Tombstone, they're hand in hand at that point. My second one is it's a Midwestern thing. If you say Ope, what do you owe somebody at that point?
Casey's Pizza.
It's Casey's. Casey's coming in second. It's a solid for our location and everything.
It's
I
a
can have
pizza
it
place that sells gas.
correct and like. What is that called? Sushi?
Well, general
yeah,
store.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, don't eat the sushi. So Casey's is my second at that point. And the other one, I see the bad thing is I'm local at this point. I don't go very many places. It's going to be out of Morrison, Illinois. Ooh, wait for it. Wait for it. Are you really?
Yep.
All right, it's going to be Isle of Roads for me. Exactly. That's 3 high fives. I don't know how many I'm going to get. My hand is
He's
blistering.
on my level.
So Isle of Roads for me, I know everybody complains about the grease on it, but at the same time, I can leave it on the counter for 3 days and still eat it. It's the grease preserves it. The bread, everything like that. I know we're just on pizza right now, but Isle of Roads is my number one at that point. All around, perfect. And relatively cheap at that point. If you're in our location, or our area, I should say, give it a try.
100%. So is it me?
Oh, it's up.
Actually,
you
let
might
me
just
go.
copy and paste.
Let me go. All right, so I'm going to do a runner-up because just bringing in the frozen pizzas kind of changed my order.
Yeah.
Butch's frozen pizzas.
We gotta go.
Oh, no.
That's my runner-up.
That's
forgot.
okay. So number 4. Okay.
Can
No, I feel like we can't include frozen pizzas. We're talking like pizzas.
Oh, is it your top 3, Jody? Your top 3?
I feel like
Your
it's
top
got to
three?
be pizzas.
I mean, Jody's not wrong.
Hey, I'm just
but
saying.
I mean, you're talking
I'm
like
just saying.
pizza.
No.
That could be a separate top tier,
top
like
3.
frozen pizzas. Because I got 3 frozen pizzas right now I can name off.
Name 'em.
That'd be a whole separate top tier.
No, you
You're
can't
not
name them.
wrong.
Red Baron number 1,
For
Tombstone number 2,
Just
For
say
you
it,
guys-
Jax.
Jax
Just say
is
it.
like number 8.
That's
Hey.
rude. Rude.
Dale.
for you guys on YouTube, I apologize. I did not clarify that enough. Jody, you do make a point. Frozen pizza can be on its own top tier at that point.
All right.
I regret doing that, but we're this far into it already. Let's just roll with it, and I guess we'll have to touch that later down the road and clarify it before we get on here.
All right, have Jody go then because
All right.
I got to think about this again.
All right, that's fine.
Well, don't change your answer up. I was
right.
just saying.
No.
I
Have Jody
feel
go.
like
Have Jody
that's a
go.
whole nother.
While you guys think and everything, I hate to say this. Well,
Say it.
no, you know what? I'll let you guys finish, and I have one frozen pizza that I completely forgot about.
Oh, lots of matzah.
Red Baron. You ever had,
Shut your mouth. Yes, it's
see what
lots
I'm
of matzah.
saying though? There's a whole nother subject.
Yes,
for
it is,
frozen
and I
pizzas.
see what Jody's
It's
saying.
a whole nother top tier.
So
right.
again, not to interject, but I have so many memories that make that Jax taste so much better than any other pizza.
All right, I'll
Being
go
high
Jody.
doesn't
Yeah.
count
I'll go
against.
Jody.
Let's
I'll
go up
Jody.
with.
I'll go Jody. All
Go
right.
go.
So tier 3. It's gonna have to be Gordo's. I think that's
Talk dirty to me.
where's that place at? It starts with an A. I couldn't tell you where it starts at. Gordo's though. It's a barn and dang, this is gonna make me mad because I haven't got my phone to Google because my phone is going live.
Central
Tier
Illinois.
2 is gonna be Riverbend Pizza in Port Byron, Illinois.
Never been.
Love me some Riverbend Pizza. It's kind of up there with Frank's. I think Frank's and Riverbend Pizza are like the same type of pizza, but Riverbend Pizza is just kind of local on Port Byron. You guys never even been to Frank's?
No, I haven't.
I got an uncle.
You know it won the QC's best pizza, right? Yeah. So that's a QC's best pizza.
How long have you known me?
Frank's Pizza, baby.
You guys need to get out of the house.
No, I don't. I live underneath the rock. Call me.
I
Man,
just said
obviously-
Jax was delicious. So Frank's, I don't know Frank's.
Dude. All right, tier 1. Tier 1 is going to go yeah, I'm going with Isle
Isle of
Roads.
Roads, isn't it?
Yeah, tier
Oh,
1 definitely.
they come in clutch.
It may smell like an armpit when you walk into the place.
All right, yeah, let's go.
But man, does
you
it smell?
Do you
does it
smell
taste
many
good.
armpits?
You
Have
can't
you smelled
tell me,
your own?
dude. You can't tell me you walk in that place and don't smell bo.
I mean, it's a very all right for anybody that doesn't know what we're talking about. It is a small establishment. You are shoulder to shoulder. They relocate.
No,
and they got
I'm not
smaller.
saying it's the people in there. It's the sauce they make smells like BO.
Jody
I
used to
assumed
work
it was,
at Frank's.
I assumed it was the people.
No,
My
it's
mistake.
the sauce.
I did.
You think every time you go in there, it
F
smells
yourself
like BO?
TikTok says Jody
People
worked
don't
at
take
Frank's.
showers. I don't know.
Who said that?
F yourself TikTok.
Oh yeah. That's that's my buddy Beaver.
I guess
he knows
we're on
that.
two
Hey,
different-
Beaver. I also worked at Frank's Beaver, so that makes me and Jody kind of twins.
Yeah, well,
I
F
used to
yourself
spend-
doesn't
I
know
used
you.
to-
Hey, Jason, thanks for the 5 roses. Jason Bird. Jay
Jaybird,
Bird.
what?
All right, Jody, you're up next.
Yep.
Okay, my tier 3 is probably my hardest because I already know my 2 and my 1. Jeez. Well, I'm gonna go. It's hard to do my. It's tough. It's tough. I'm gonna go with number 3, Pizza Hut. I fucking love Pizza Hut. Sorry, everybody, but I love Pizza Hut.
Hell yeah.
Love it. I love.
Yes, sir.
I love the deep dish pizza, and I just had it last weekend when
Say
we got
it
back
again.
from our ice fishing trip. And their breadsticks, they're like the crust, and then you marinara. Dude,
Marinara.
it's fine. It's so good.
Yo.
So I'm going Pizza Hut number
Yes,
3.
sir.
Casey's. I don't care what anybody says. Casey's makes if the right person's cooking. Sometimes you get a crappy pie, like because some little punks being a jerk, but some folks like really want to make you a good pie. And man, Casey's don't mess around. It's
Pizza place that
delicious.
sells gas.
And I don't care what anybody says. Talk your smack. I love it. Number 1, I'm gonna have to go with these guys.
Yeah,
I love
buddy.
Isle of Roads. Dude, that Meat Lovers. It's got like roast beef on it, like roast beef,
On it.
And that's
not under it. On it.
who puts roast beef on a pizza? Isle of Roads.
Isle of Roads.
Isle of Roads. I mean, I used to work at Frank's. That's good pizza. That's not my style of pizza though.
One of
Everybody
QC's
has their
best
own
pizza.
style. My style's, Pizza Hut.
2 years in a row,
Casey's.
back-to-back champs.
You know what I mean? But in Frank's, it's really good pizza. But if my style of pizza, because Frank's is, a different style.
Hey, so Zach said Atkinson is where Gordo's is what I was talking about. Thanks,
Atkinson.
Zach.
All right, south of us.
Yeah, Atkinson, Illinois. If you guys
Perfect.
haven't been to Gordo's, highly suggest it.
All right, for you guys watching on YouTube and TikTok over there, we will clarify this next time before we hop on here
Yeah.
about frozen pizza and everything.
There was a lot of leeway.
I'm not cutting
That-
down frozen
that
pizza. I
is-
love frozen pizzas, but I
No.
feel like it's a whole nother subject.
We gotta
Like,
go over some-
I have my own tiers of
That's quality though. I mean,
frozen pizzas. We're
but
talking
how many?
like
For me, I went on complete frozen pizza memories. Right. So Jack's
Dude.
Pizza tastes 10 times
dude.
better than my
Okay, now
palate.
hold on a second. You can't. Or okay, so where are you fitting in the little Tostinos ones? The ones that you can like cook and they got that awesome crust and you can roll up like a little burrito and just like,
Shit.
you know what I mean? Where do those fit in?
We're gonna
That's
have-
a frozen pizza.
We're gonna have. Yeah, we're
Imagine
gonna have to
that, right?
touch
I
the subject
can't.
again.
I
You've
can't.
had those, right?
I've
It's
never
like I
had the
opened a
roll
can
up.
of worms.
Well, you don't roll.
Never
you don't
had
have to
those.
roll them up, but the little Tostinos.
Like the pizza bagels? Like what?
No, it's a square.
talking- yeah.
little toast-
Bagels?
It's
Hey,
a little square.
He's talking
Tostino.
about the school pizzas.
well,
Oh, the square
the
pies?
Tostinos, but they're like they
the
sell
school
them,
pizzas. School
like,
pizzas.
Oh,
Aldi's
the cafeteria pizza.
Yeah. Shit.
and they got the awesome crispy crust. Are you kidding?
But that's
Hated them.
so. That's the terrible thing about me doing that right now because that's
Dave
not-
didn't go to
that's-
school. No.
When a pizza, hold on.
You guys.
Time out. When a pizza leaves a film on your teeth, that ain't good pizza, and that's what that does.
No
It's
way.
Shit.
Dude,
What does?
Mercy.
when's
That-
the last time
that
you've had a
school
Tostino's?
pizza.
No, I'm not talking about school pizza.
That is what you're
no.
talking about. The squares,
No,
the
they're not the
school
same-
pizza.
not same
It
brand.
leaves a
Tostinos.
film on
It's
your.
no,
not-
this
it's
is
not the same brand.
Tostinos.
It's not the same brand.
Tostinos.
Yeah, stop. Watch your profanity.
That's what they buy, Jody.
No, they don't.
It's not the same.
I've
What's-
seen the whole frozen pack my school
Anyways,
buys from
we're not-
Costco.
So
They
what's
don't.
What's
Sorry,
what's
sorry.
next?
Dude, I'm buying this all toast. We're all eating Tostino's pizza next podcast.
Fine. I will buy an extra. possession.
Jaybird, if you can hear this, I know you can. Cook up 4 Tostinos and bring them over. Hurry up. And we have them at the house.
Oh.
He,
So,
he puts them in the.
Oh, a sweet undertone.
So, for YouTube, of course, you guys can't see this, but who wants to read that off?
So F yourself. Who's that?
That's my buddy Beaver.
So Beaver said, Olive Rhodes puts molasses in their dough. That's what gives the dough their sweet undertone.
I did not know that.
I love that language. I love that.
He knows his pizza.
Thanks, Beaver.
Why are you central over there? Just
That dude knows his pizza, 100%. So if we're gonna get into this,
this is going to get rough.
this is gonna get real. We're gonna be jumping into conspiracy theories. So those on TikTok, those on YouTube.
And I haven't
Stay
heard any
tuned.
of these. I haven't heard any of them.
So recently in the news, everybody has probably seen the suicide bomber in Las Vegas,
You're going
right.
to pull up your phone for facts.
right?
Yes, I have.
Everybody's
I've
seen it.
I haven't dug as far into it as you have. I've seen the Louisiana one too.
So there's a conspiracy on it. I'm going to start with the conspiracy, and then I'm going to end on what I think is real and what I think is not. Okay? So obviously, those that don't know the story, there was a Green Beret. He was in the military. Obviously, if you're a Green Beret, you know your shit. You're pretty talented. He worked alongside of Tim Kennedy. If you guys don't know who Tim Kennedy is, he's a Green Beret. He was on Joe Rogan's podcast. He's also friends with Sean Ryan. If you guys don't know the Sean Ryan podcast, he does a bunch of like military and stuff like that. So this dude was his name was Matt Livelsberger. Yeah, Matthew Livelsberger. He drove himself supposedly in a Tesla Cybertruck to the Trump Tower and blew himself up. Apparently shot himself before he blew the truck up. And it didn't cause much damage. It just basically caused publicity. It didn't. If somebody drove a real V-bid into Trump Tower and blew it up, it would have caused way more damage than what
this
the
was not even
Cybertruck did.
close to the Oklahoma bombing.
No.
It seems like more of a look at me.
So VBID, for those that don't know, is a vehicle-borne implosive device. I think it is.
That's the first time I've heard that.
Yeah.
Instead of like an IED or
It's
anything like
it's
that.
military talk, and I'm pretty sure it's vehicle-borne implosive device.
Explosive.
Implosive, because it blows up from the inside out.
Oh, I didn't know that. All right.
So that is that. For those that you now are caught up to the story. So now the conspiracy starts raveling out. He sends out on the Sean Ryan show. If you guys haven't seen the Sean Ryan podcast, I highly suggest you go checking it out. He interviewed a guest that Matthew Livelsberger sent an email out to him trying to get on this dude's show. The dude was a either CIA agent or a Green Beret who just exposes the government's just how corrupt the government is on his podcast and stuff like that. So the guy was trying to get on his podcast to put out his message. And the email he sent out is it's kind of alarming. So I'm not going to read the whole podcast or the whole email because it's really long. If you guys want to read the whole email, go on the Sean Ryan podcast and check it all out. But basically, to sum up, he brings up he says, first off, I am not under duress or hostile influence or control. My first car was a 2006 black Ford Mustang V6 for verification. So he starts off with verification on what he drove just to make sure it's him that is sending this, not the government sending this and stuff like that.
I mean, somebody else could know what the first car, like my buddies.
You really got to dig back.
My buddy. At high
What
school
engine
knew what
did
I
it
drove.
have?
I mean, go on
V6.
Go
You
on.
just said V6.
Oh my
Go
God.
on Facebook. There's your first car. Anyways, go ahead.
So he starts off with,
Was it four-wheel
after
drive?
that, he goes, what we have been seeing with the drones is operational use of gravitic propulsion systems.
Yeah.
Gravitic propulsion systems is basically gravity propulsion systems. Gravitic is like, using the word gravatic is basically like sci-fi stuff is what you see gravatic wording in. Powered aircraft by most recently China in the East Coast, but throughout history of the U.S., only we and China have the capability. Our Opsin location for this activity in the box is below. So that is where this supposed gravatic location where they're making all this gravatic stuff is, and he drops the pin, the longitude and latitude pin to this place, and on Sean Ryan's show they show it, which I might show it to you guys also.
And blow yourself up in a Tesla or what?
Oh my
No.
God, he's gonna die.
What are you talking about?
Next.
No. This I'm showing you where this. It's a real place that this dude dropped. It's not like just a random like salon in New Jersey or something like that.
That's where your head went to instantly. That's a lot.
That was my
Salon
first,
in New Jersey.
that was my first fake ID's address. Anyways,
And now you're gonna have to go over to another one because we all know now.
We're not self-incriminating ourselves by any means.
so he basically goes on saying how China has the capabilities of causing. They've been launching these drones, these gravatic devices out of the Atlantic, which is the East Coast, and can easily attack the East Coast, which, if anybody knows their mapping, that's where the White House is on the East Coast. He also goes on and says, I've been followed for over a week now from likely Homeland or FBI. They are looking to move on me and are unlikely going to let me cross into Mexico, but won't because they know I am armed and I have a massive VBID. I explained what a VBID is. Vehicle-borne implosive, you got
Implosive
it.
device.
Yep. I've been trying to maintain a very visible profile and have kept my phone, and they are definitely digitally tracking me. So this guy sounds crazy, right? This stuff that he's talking about.
To a certain extent, yes.
Yeah, I'd say to a certain extent.
So then it gets into, he starts talking about how he has knowledge of major war crimes that were covered up during airstrikes in Nurmuz province, Afghanistan in 2019 by the admin, DOD, DEA, and CIA. He conducted these targetings for these strikes of over 125 buildings, and 65 were struck because of the CIVCAS, which is civilian casualties.
It's called collateral damage.
Yes, that killed hundreds of civilians in a single day. So he has knowledge of this stuff that obviously the government does not want out, right? So
what's your theory?
I'm getting to that.
Yeah.
Let me explain all this. So my idea is, so he gets into this self-driving vehicle, goes to Trump Tower, which is probably the most publical place you could go to right now to blow himself up, to get publicity, right? So my theory is this dude didn't kill himself. He put a body in there because also I should point out that his DNA did not match his kids.
Oh.
So his wife was cheating on him?
Well, that's what the government wants you to think.
Well, the DNA.
The government wants you to think this dude blew himself up because he found out his kid wasn't his.
I mean, I wouldn't kill myself over that. But
Or the DNA wasn't his because
Or-
it wasn't him in that truck.
Correct. So,
you are just got facts.
I got another theory. So you go with yours.
So my theory is that he killed somebody, put him in that self-driving Tesla, sent them to Trump Tower, blew it up, and they think it's him, right? So he's still alive. I think he's still alive.
You're telling me
No, I don't think he's still
Now-
alive. I don't think he's still alive, but that's the
that's the theory behind
that's the theory.
Yep.
So after he was supposedly dead, his safety number on Signal, which Signal is an app that you can use to get a hold of people, stuff like that. His safety number was supposedly changed. It wasn't supposedly. It pops up on people that he's contacted, you can change your number. When he was supposedly dead, that number changed. It pops up saying Matthew Livelsberger's safety number has changed.
Not,
How does that
not
happen?
like
I've
has
never
ended
heard
or
of,
anything.
I've
just
never heard
changed.
of a safety number.
It just changed. And
That's
you have to
interesting.
manually do that into your account. So that's interesting.
Never heard of that.
So I was looking more into this, and at first, yeah, I definitely thought this dude is still alive and running around. But, which, I mean, the government can definitely control a lot of things that you see in the media.
Oh yeah.
I seen the press release on the Nevada Police Department today, and they showed everything of how he filled the car up with tannerite fireworks to get attention.
I've seen that.
20 gallons of gasoline on everything in the car, in the truck, in the Cybertruck. I don't know if anybody has seen Cybertrucks, but the trunk is the bed of the truck, and it's all one. So there's no window or anything. I think
There is
that
a window
keeps
there.
Nothing out of it.
There is. Whistle and Diesel has done the
Okay.
review on this. So there is a window that goes there.
But can it go down?
I do not believe so.
Okay. Well, somehow he got 20 gallons of gasoline in there and in the cab. And then they show the video of obviously gasoline leaking out of this thing in the rear everywhere this dude went.
The first Tesla with a gas motor.
Yeah. So they show it pulling up to Trump Tower, and you can see the line of gasoline pulling up. And then they show it blowing up. Okay. You can clearly see someone's in there when it blows up.
Yeah.
At first I'm like, well, I don't see the muzzle flash or
You
anything
know
like
why?
that.
Because it's daytime.
Well, you could definitely see a muzzle flash.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you can.
All right, bet.
Bet.
I got the
Inside a
357.
car?
Let's go outside.
Inside a dark car with tinted windows, you can't see a muzzle flash?
It's daylight.
Dude, I'm telling
I
you
don't
now,
know,
there's
Jody.
a muzzle
I-
flash.
Daylight's
I will-
over.
I will-
Daylight's over.
I will fight you about that.
The
I've shot
muzzle
enough
flash.
guns outside.
Daylight's over, bro.
I have too. You can see the
Daylight's over.
muzzle
Dark out
flash.
right now.
If I put it on slow mo, you can see a muzzle flash from your muzzle in daytime, bro.
Let's
Come
do
on
it.
now. I put it in slow mo during daytime when you were shooting, and you can see a muzzle flash. Don't tell me there ain't one, because there is.
There ain't one.
Get out of here with that nonsense.
This is why it's a conspiracy theory.
There's a muzzle flash during daytime.
Anyways, so
So, at first I didn't see the muzzle flash. They put it in slow mo. They did a slow mo version of this thing.
do you know what kind of gun it was by chance?
Golden Eagle.
A Desert Eagle?
Yes.
Was it gold though? Gold plated?
Could have been.
I want.
So they say the fuel air explosion was from a muzzle flash of the gun
I can believe that gas
because of the
vapors.
gasoline vapors was crazy in that. 20 gallons of gas just poured everywhere in that
Oh, yeah.
in that hog.
Bad deal.
And then
Maybe lit a cigarette.
which they put it in slow mo, and I could see the first muzzle flash, which then engulfed the area. They also said they couldn't find any. You know how you can light something off from a distance, but it's got to be like a
Remote.
radio, like a remote area thing, but it's got to be in the car. They said they found nothing like that, but they could be lying. Who knows? I
Right.
don't know.
I would
that,
too.
That is why the conspiracy.
If I
is
killed
a
him,
thing.
I'd lie too. Be like, oh yeah,
If the
we didn't
government-
find anything.
Don't know that guy.
So then, but then the threads, which I also kept out. He was trying to get on the Sean Ryan show and kept saying that he needs to be on the show before December 31st. And he was very adamant before December 31st. So he was clearly planning something for January 1st. Threads on ChatGPT is what they pulled from his phone. Indicate that he was planning on blowing himself up with a bunch of questions on how many feet per second does a round need to hit a tannerite to blow up?
Yep.
How much tannerite you can possibly buy in Nevada?
It's 30 pounds legally mixed.
He had 60.
Yeah, you can buy as much pounds. For anybody out there, it might be state difference at that point. Or is it 30 or 50? Wow, that's bad now. I looked up the legality issues behind this because I went on Tannerite and bought it. As long as the catalyst is not inside of the white pebbles, whatever they call it at that point, you can buy as much as you want. But as soon as you mix that, there's a problem. because it's, and I hate to say this because I don't have the facts behind it, 30 to 50 pounds. That is the only amount you can have at that point. That's a maximum.
So what's your theory?
Yes, I would like to hear what you're thinking.
I just
All
told
that,
you. I
we
just,
need to know your theory.
Well, you told me all the
I just
facts.
told you the conspiracy theory, and
Now,
I
what's
also
your
told you.
theory?
If you listened, I also told you I don't think.
You think
Yeah,
that's...
I don't think he didn't kill himself. I did say that before I started this. I said there's a conspiracy theory that I don't think was what happened. Or I'm gonna tell you the conspiracy theory, and I'm gonna tell you what I think happened. So if you give me time, I don't think he killed him. I don't think he's still alive. Is what the conspiracy theory
right.
thinks. He's still alive. I don't think he's still alive. I think he actually killed himself, blew it up for publicity. But he wasn't trying to commit a terrorist attack like the dude in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Which everyone said, well, these dudes are they were in the same Fort Bragg. They
I'm
were in
glad you
Afghanistan
brought
at the
this
same
up.
time. No, I don't think this dude was part of a terrorist attack. He was just trying to get the word out of the government's corruption that he wanted to get out, and nobody was listening to this dude. And he just finally had enough, and he's like, the only way I can get this out is putting on a crazy event like this to get publicity. And that's the only way he's going to get his word out, which it did.
100%.
So that's where I'm sitting. Where
I'm glad
guys
you brought.
sitting?
I'm glad you brought up the Louisiana thing too. So I did some research behind this because you
Alright.
said.
I gotta pee. I'll be back. Keep going.
All right. Well, I'm going to go with this because I didn't do a whole bunch of research on the Las Vegas one. I did do a little bit, but not as much into it because when you say terrorist attack, I think Louisiana because he had the ISIS flag on there.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I still touched base on what happened in the Las Vegas situation there. We got 2 people with children
All right,
bladders.
we're going to take a break.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
For you guys,
for
we'll
you
be
guys.
back. All right. So what Eli just touched base on and everything. I've done a little bit of research about the Las Vegas one because when I was told it was going to be something like a terrorist attack, I think of Louisiana, what just happened, terrible deal and everything. Should have never happened. I have a little bit more on that. I won't touch base on that. That can be for a later date and everything. You're talking about muzzle flash and everything. I haven't seen the recent post. You just brought up that it's been 2 days ago. I didn't do the research on that. So either at that, a 50 AE Desert Eagle, it could be a 50 AE 44 Magnum. I don't know if they chamber it in 45 ACP, but either way. So you saw the frame by frame of it.
So the frame by frame on the press release of the Nevada Police Department 2 days ago showed the initial muzzle flash, which would be right where the driver would be sitting, which would be right here, and then instantly right after, that's what set off the air explosion. Because if you have 20 gallons of gasoline, you have crazy amount of fumes.
It's not the gas that burns, it's the fume.
Especially inside a Tesla, which is like very tightly sealed and bulletproof, and just
All right,
he did not expect it to blow up and kill people. He just wanted a publicity stunt, and that was why
I
he
want to
brought
touch
it to
base on
Trump.
this real quick. If you put that much gasoline, tannerite, and fireworks in there, and you don't think it's going to blow up and hurt somebody else, you're out of your mind.
But that's a
Because
Tesla Cybertruck.
It's
It's proven to be indestructible.
Joe Rogan actually had a thing, and he had
Shot an
Elon.
arrow.
He did too, and it didn't make a dent in it. But as you can see, it still blew up. If anybody on the
But then
sidewalk,
also Whistling Diesel also shot ARs at it, which didn't penetrate it. Someone's buzzing.
it's not you. Hope it was Logan. All right. Anyways,
Sorry.
so even though, all right, let's say the Tesla truck is built well. We have seen it, reputable sources, Whistling Diesel, Joe Rogan's podcast, everything like that. It can take a bullet. It can take a small arms or small ammunition or oh my God. I'm trying to not have a stroke while I'm saying this. Anything high caliber will go through it at that point. Handguns, anything like that, it does stop it. I'll give him that. Elon did make a good truck in that sense. It will stop a broad head arrow, whatever you call that.
Yep.
So either way, at that point, I believe if somebody was walking across that, because I did see the video, I just never saw in slow motion. I believe if somebody was walking past that truck at that point, the cyber truck, I believe somebody would have either feasibly got hurt and or killed at that point.
If you watch the explosion, most of it goes up. It doesn't go out. It goes up.
So you're telling me the glass didn't blow out and cause shrapnel?
Correct. Well, it probably caused shrapnel, but that's not.
What
Glass
happens,
is not going to kill people.
So you served at this point. So shrapnel does kill people at that point. I'm not saying it would, but I said
Like
there was a possibility at this point.
metal shrapnel at a high velocity.
That is a high velocity at that point. Tannerite is a high velocity. If anybody's ever watched Tannerite, do not stand.
I think
stand close to it.
People would definitely got hurt if they're walking right next to it.
Correct. There is a feasible possibility somebody could have died of it. Who's squeaking? Anyways, so like
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Oh my god, I'm never going to get through this, am I?
Dirt
So,
balls.
anyways, yeah, I believe somebody could have died from it. I believe the guy is dead at this point. I don't know what the background of this is to 100%. The email or what you just read off and everything is new to me at that point. I don't think he was dead and he drove up, in my opinion. I think he went there and feasibly, they say he shot himself. You know, mainstream media at this point, they will not tell the truth. It's a bad deal. The world we live in nowadays. He could simply has lit a cigarette at that point. His last hoorah. It could have been a stogie for all I know.
His skull had a bullet hole in it,
and that could have been from mainstream media lying to us.
That also
this is conspiracy theory. That's what we're getting after.
Yes.
I don't know for a fact. We weren't there. I do believe he had some other things going on at that point. So there's a lot of people that it's out there that will say they're not mentally unstable, but they're mentally unstable. There's a whole bunch of body cam footage from cops and everything. The body cam's not to save you. It's to save the cop from the legality issues. It'll keep the cops honest at that point and keep the crooked cops out of it at that point.
Yeah.
They will get sent to prison.
Speaking of cops,
we will not talk about that just yet. That's a whole nother subject.
that's my buddy. You met him too when we went out to Davenport.
It's not. No, it's not. Is it?
Yep, Brett Taylor.
Anyways.
What?
The guy that puked on the side of my truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was him.
No, it's not.
Yep.
We'll talk about this later.
Yeah.
So in my opinion,
Mercy.
I believe he did. This was a
Keep going.
publicity.
I gotta fix something real quick.
That's fine. In my opinion, I think it was a publicity stunt. I'm having a stroke while I'm trying to say that too. It's a tongue twister. I think he did kill himself. Did he intend to kill people? No, because we seen what the Oklahoma bombing had, and that was a whole bunch of. It was a damn shame, is what that's called. If Tannerite, anybody that has ever shot Tannerite, you know you don't want to be around it. In that quantity, you don't want to be around it either. The gasoline and the fireworks for the oorah at that point, I don't know. And sadly enough, we might never know what actually went down because of the mainstream media. We know that he's possibly dead at that point. It's a shame. I believe he killed himself. I believe there's more of a backstory to it that we will find out later down the road. At what particular time, I don't know. That's my part of it.
Yeah. So, Jody, where are you sitting?
I feel like he was getting too close. The dirty folks killed him, put his coordinates in, sent him over there. He was already dead. Had small discharges to go off to make it look like, because they're smart enough to do all that shit. They've been doing it for years. They've been killing people for years. So, I mean, why wouldn't they be able to? I mean, yeah, he had a gunshot wound through his head. Well, yeah, because they shot him.
Carson, we're talking about the conspiracy theory on the assassination. Not assassination.
I mean,
It was the Las Vegas, the Tesla truck that blew up in front of Trump Tower.
yeah, he had a bullet wound through his head. Yeah, well, because they shot him. And they know how to detonate stuff. They're not dumb. He was getting too close. He wanted to get into Sean Ryan's podcast because he knows they were getting too close. It's either one or the other. It's either that's not him that was in that car that or Tesla truck or whatever that exploded, or it was him and he's already dead and they already killed him.
Yep.
And because again, they've been killing people for years. Look at Hillary. I mean,
I forgot about that.
I don't want to bog on anything,
No.
but I mean, look at all of the. They've been killing people for years.
Yeah.
Like they couldn't just kill a guy and be easy enough to be like, okay.
I forgot about that war
I
crimes
just,
thing.
So him and that guy from New Orleans had the same. They went to the same place and did this and that.
I forgot.
So what? Well, now they think to themselves like, "Oh, look at this guy. He's a terrorist. All we have to do is set this up, and now he looks like he's a terrorist. All we have to do is fix this up." They seen that on the news that this nutbag was like, and drove over people and like a piece of shit that he was, and they were like, "Oh, they went to the same place. This guy that we've been trying to kill, if we can link him up, all we have to do is be like, yeah, he's a terrorist too. We just put him in front of the building and whatever." But I don't know. This is all
Speculation.
Theories, but the government's dirty as fuck anyway. So
Government's terrible, dude.
Yep.
I mean, so to kill a guy and make it look like an accident, they are experts. There is, if you asked me to do it, I'd fuck it up.
When you're Jody,
I'm going to jail.
Jody, when you're done, I want to say something before Logan, if I could.
I'm just saying. If they wanted me to do it, I'm going to jail because I don't even know the first step. They've been doing it for years.
Vietnam.
So they know everything about it.
Yeah.
They have all the technology. They have all the things. They have all the assets.
Right.
I have nothing.
Well,
we have nothing.
The military
They
has the
have
biggest budget.
everything.
We have the media, which is obviously going to lie to us.
Yeah.
The military has the biggest
So
budget.
we have
Is it?
nothing. What?
The military has the biggest budget, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm just saying. That's my theory. I feel like maybe he is running around free and he got a guy to. Oh, pardon, had a burp. Maybe he had a guy to whatever, but
Excuse me.
I don't want to drag it on anymore. But I just feel like either, like he said, he is still alive and that's not him. But as dirty and shitty as our government is,
Don't put
I
it
feel
past
like
them.
that was him. They killed him and they set him up and because he knew it was coming. He knew they were going to kill him because he was telling us all that.
WSG was good.
Yeah, but anyway, so that's mine.
Hey there,
It's-
Marie. Hey
it's-
guys. Hey Marie Church.
It's
says,
a hard
hey,
one to
guys.
talk about. It's a lot of unknowns. Can I bring one thing up? And I forgot all about while I was on my little rant there. So Louisiana and Las Vegas, sadly enough, and it might be a coincidence at this point, are connected. The Tesla truck and the Ford F-150 were rented from the same place. So
Yeah,
now
I
to say
forgot
they're
about
to say that's connected or pure coincidence, I'm not for sure at this point. But off the same app, the same rental car place, I don't know if this was more of a jab. And I'm not going to get too far into it. It's the same rental place. You guys make your own conclusion. Logan, what do you think?
I think that I don't know if I just want to add to like
Some bourbon.
What?
no, I mean, I think I'm with Jody. Like, I think that the guys that did it, whether it be themselves or not, are exactly professionals. And so they know either how to cover it up and make it look like an accident or make it look like an accident and cover it up.
You guys ever seen the last season of Yellowstone?
I've never seen Yellowstone.
But
Okay, never
I'm
mind.
just saying they know that we're gonna they know that we're gonna sit here and we're gonna do this.
Yeah.
And just be
Contemplate.
like, but
Mark
we'll
Mark
never know.
Mark Redner says, "Ask a Clinton."
yes, exactly.
That's what Jody was just saying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't like to dig too deep because it's an insane rabbit hole that we could spend freaking hours in. But I know without knowing because I don't know anything that they've done, but I know that our government is corrupt as shit, and they do shit all the time. I mean, there's shit that they come out on that that shows how crappy they are on certain things, and it's just like, oh, geez.
Oh, this is.
And we think
about-
like,
how
oh,
about
that's terrible. That's what they did. And
How
then
about when Hillary just decided to ignore the old special forces out in Afghanistan while they're getting surrounded? Just decided to ignore them. They don't need help.
Oh, this will
Silence
be a
the phone call.
never-ending subject.
yeah. I mean, we
How
like
about
I
that?
said, this could
Yeah,
be
that's a whole other subject.
This could be a
in itself,
3-hour
Mark.
subject. I'm just saying. All I'm saying is, I know our government is smart enough to kill whoever they want to
Correct.
kill. If they want to get rid of you, they're going to get rid of you, and
Absolutely.
we'll never know about it.
All right, we're back after Jody just yelled and shut us down.
I don't know how we tripped a breaker on that.
Yeah, we
That's
tripped
weird.
this mini
Yo.
breaker over
So-
here.
Yo,
To
that
clarify-
was spooky.
Clarify to YouTube, you guys have heard Jody yell on the mic before. This is a first. You hit a different frequency there.
But with the context of the conversation, all of a sudden we lose connection.
Very
that would be-
coincidental.
Just saying. And we're on live on TikTok.
Yeah.
They can't.
Somebody's listening.
They can't cut us on our recorder though. Let's
And
just
Mark said,
clarify
ask a Clinton who's listening. That's interesting.
So that'll be a never-ending subject. I mean, there's a lot of variables that are unknown. As time goes on, I think we'll figure more out. And if it's true or not, I don't know. Our government does have a lot of money, and they will be able to pay a lot of people off at that point. And people that say it's unattainable to a certain amount of money, they're lying to themselves. If they walk up to you and tell you $1 billion and you'll never have to work a day in your life,
Bingo.
you will take that money and you will walk away. And I've never seen a thing
And
at that
sign
point.
the NDA, no problem.
Correct.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
And the United States has been war crimes and everything like that. This is Vietnam. A lot of veterans actually have stories about this that have been muted at that point.
Hello, Ravens 13 lady.
So with that being said, that is a good conspiracy theory. We'll have to touch base a little bit later down the road.
That is a good one.
If a lot of people, let's say YouTube, if you guys want to hear about this later down the road when we do have a little bit more facts and see what comes out, just comment on the bottom in there, and we'll touch subject about this again. It's a never ending. So YouTube, we got to keep this short for you. TikTok, we can keep it live for a while, but that was a good one. I did
Yeah.
a lot of research on the Louisiana one. That's the only reason I brought up the truck being rented from the same, because
I didn't know they were renting from the same. That's crazy.
I think there's also a connection with whoever owns that company that they rented it from, which I can't remember the name.
It's a T. The company starts with a T. It's a rental company for vehicles.
No. But the people that own that,
Oh, my mistake. I don't
or
know
part
that.
owners of it, they're celebrity, and it's. Oh man, I want
But
to.
I'm just saying, they
The Kid
own
Rock?
everything. The government owns everything. They have people on the inside on everything, and computers and hacking.
Oh,
and-
no, I agree. And it's not even of the government.
Yeah, and we pay it. It comes out of our tax dollars.
That's
We pay
right.
for all that shit. We pay for all this crazy hacking and bullshit, and them following us. And
That keeps us safe on some, like Norton, whatever that is. That we pay for it to keep ourselves safe, but at the same time, we're vulnerable. So
So Sean Ryan makes a phone that the government cannot track,
yeah.
and he gives his guests
The
one
phone.
every time they come on.
I want to be on Sean Ryan's.
It's a not. You can get it off his website.
Can I? How
Yeah,
much is
a
it?
non-trackable phone.
How much is
It's
it?
just like a smartphone. I don't know how much. I've never looked.
We'll
it
we'll
up.
look this up
I've-
later on.
yeah.
Yeah,
YouTube.
we're gonna be looking this up.
That's interesting.
Yeah. And
Anyways.
apparently it also just pings off of everyone else's cellular towers.
So
So
you
you'll
can-
always have
U.S.
service.
Cellular, Verizon,
Yep.
so on and so forth.
You'll
Wow.
always have
All right.
service, and the
Never
government
catch you.
cannot track you
Yeah, that's weird. They can't ping
digitally.
you.
Digitally,
Yeah, they're just gonna see me. They're
unless
like,
you have social media.
"Hey,"
Mm-hmm.
they're like, "You." Oh, no, it's not me.
Hey, you bearded bastard. Anyways,
That does sound
you're
so
gonna
good.
blow this shit up too.
No, I'm not.
Yeah. So we're gonna wrap this up. Thank you
YouTube.
guys for tuning in. We appreciate it so much. Like I said, use code DOH for 10% off. You order at DUBBY with energy and hydration and get over them hangovers like we're gonna be having tomorrow.
Mercy.
And
Well,
like I said, shout out to Craft Creations for these cups.
Yeah.
And ANU TV Pro and Kimimoto, thank you again for the parts for keeping us going.
yes.
That being said, Logan, thank you for being our special
Yes,
guest.
Thanks
do
for having me,
appreciate
guys.
being
Had a
here.
blast. Had a
Oh,
blast.
I mean,
This is our first time
Damn
having
it,
pro
wrong-
people on with the
wrong hand
couch,
signals.
the OG setup, and
Had
I
a
think
blast. Thank you.
I think it went relatively well.
Absolutely, it was fun.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. And so, like I said, follow us on Facebook because then you guys will be able to follow us on TikTok Live and behind the scenes on
Because
any
the folks that are about to
any
get on
view.
live, they're about to see us wrestle, maybe naked. We don't even know.
I'm about to smack you.
Anyways,
For the right gift, I'm sure.
Yeah. For the Galaxy, we will be
Send the
smacking
Phoenix.
We
each other.
want money first, though. The
this
last
gives
time we got,
YouTube. This gives you incentive to get on TikTok at this point because they wrestled in a
we
leather
wrestled
jacket.
last time
in a leather jacket. This
Yes.
lady was super
and
specific.
You have to
She
go to the
left.
last video and watch it.
so if we want paid first, and then we'll wrestle.
Anyways,
Joe, Texas. Anyways,
Hopefully,
thank you guys-
Texas, I'm with you.
Thank you guys for watching. Follow our Facebook for early content
Yeah,
and live
Texas Joe.
access, and we will see you guys next time.